friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for a recap of Love After Lockup. Y'all, I don't have long, okay? Let's just get into it. My boys are playing, so we'll make this quick. Renika, it's time to wrap this up, girl. What are we doing? Okay? You have spent more time with the private investigator than with Asanta. He has spent more time with the auntie than with you. You're standing outside when you got there, it was daylight. Now it's nighttime, your hair is all frizzled around the edges, girl. You don't even know what you're saying. You even said, I don't even know what I'm saying, I'm discombobulated. You know what that means? That means that it's time for you to go home to your daughters. You said you wanted to work on your rap career. Write some bars. Instead of you riding in the car with a private investigator to try and catch Asanta with another woman. And then you says, well, if he is cheating or if he is with another woman, you already know he is. You already know he has a girlfriend because she told you. He tiptoed out in the middle of the night to be with her. Ain't seen or heard from him. He out there blowing out her back. He out there eating good. Literally. Meanwhile, you're in the car riding around with the private investigator. This makes no sense. And so what if you go up there and you catch him with the other woman? What then? What then? That does not change the fact that you have spent all this money to move, to bail him out, just so he could embarrass you. And when you catch him in the act, is he gonna be like, you know what, Renika, I made a mistake. I'm so sorry. And you're gonna be like, it's okay, Asanta, it's okay. Again, he has spent more time with the other woman than you. And then you come talking about, oh, well, he's up there with them women, with that woman, spending money. They spending money on him. That's the only reason why he's with them. They spending money. I want y'all to play that back. Who have we seen spend money? And why would you even want him back? Y'all explain it to me in the comments. What is the outcome to all this? Wrap this up. Child, let's move on. Melissa and Louie. Not too much going on here. His mom still look like who done it, what for? Mama Louie, Donna, I'm gonna need you to go home. You and your spoon and your nightgown. With your leggings underneath, girl. Now y'all are saying that they may have a spin-off show. Would y'all watch it? That'll be a lot. Okay? These three, that'll be a lot. But of course I will watch it. For the shenanigans. So Louie done talked to his PO and he is explaining to Melissa and the mother that he have to have like this certain pass and he have to apply and it may take 45 days if he wants to move to New Jersey, but it will go quicker if Louie was married. And honey, when he said that, Melissa said, there you go. There you go, Donna. Okay, that's it. All right, we gonna get married. We gonna get married. And so Donna said, slow your roll, sugar drops. Don't be moving too fast, sunshine. So Louie is like, you know, that is the plan. We'll see how it goes. Even though Louie he wouldn't mind getting married to Melissa, but in the back of his mind, he was like, nah, maybe not too fast, because they've just had, you know, a prison relationship, even though Melissa stalked him. I mean, had a crush on him, you know, through high school. Melissa out there behind trees and dumpsters between third and fourth period to see what Louie was doing. Melissa! Is that what you was doing, girl? So anyway, so Donna was like, you know what? I'm cooking, all right? Are you going to come home or what? He was like, yeah, I'll be there, you know, a little bit later. We're going out on a date. And don't want Louie to marry, you know, Melissa at this point. But I think that if Donna calms down a little bit, her and Melissa could get along. That's what I think. But y'all, who knows at this point? So it's time for Louie and Melissa to get ready and go out. And they're going to a ballroom dancing class, which I think sounds fantastic. I would love to go to a ballroom dancing class. And Louie looks nice, okay? Melissa looks nice. And here is Donna. Donna said, can that dress be any shorter? I can see a hoo-ha from here. She didn't say that, y'all. But she did say, can that dress be any shorter? And so Melissa was like, oh, God. Here we go. Melissa, you think everybody in the world wants Louie? Is that what you think? So before they left, they were talking about this is like going to the prom. And here's Donna. Donna said, yeah, Louie went to prom with Kelly. Okay, she's a pediatrician now, a sweet girl. I was like, not Donna coming in with the shade. And so Melissa said, good for her. Good for her. I was a sophomore. I couldn't go to the prom with Louie. Okay? He was a senior. He was the most popular guy in the class. And he went to the prom with the most popular girl. I was a sophomore. I wish you all will leave the high school shenanigans alone. This man has spent years in prison. This man has a drug addiction. And y'all worried about Kelly. Kelly's somewhere like, how I get in there? How I get in there? I'm enjoying my life being a doctor. So they go to the ballroom dancing. And of course, there's this dancing instructor. Very pretty, very young. And of course, here's Melissa. Why we gotta have this dancing instructor, 20 years old, okay? Clear face, thin waist. Very pretty girl, and why she got her hands all over my Louie? Because she's a dance instructor, Melissa. That's what she does. And Louie was having a good time with it. Louie was like, cha, 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 cha. Cha, 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 cha. The dance instructor was like, put your left foot in, take your left foot out, put your right foot in, and shake it all about. Meanwhile, Melissa is moving like the Tin Man. The dance instructor was tired of you, girl. The dance instructor said, you move a little quicker. Pick it up. Oh, God, look at her. Look at her. She gonna break her hip. Melissa was like, I don't understand why I haven't picked it up. Louie is a natural here. Louie got the swag, girl. Louie was in it. And then here comes the little dance instructor, honey. The little dance instructor said, now what I'm going to need for you to do is put your hand right here. Put it right here. Put it right here. And then I'm going to thrust. I'm going to thrust my hip into your hip. And then I'm going to thrust. And then I want you to put your hand right here in the small of my waist. Bend me back. Bend me back. Bend me back. And thrust, 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 thrust. And honey, she was thrusting and he was leading her back. She was like, quick and easy. Boy, Melissa was getting hot. How dare you, dance instructor, put your hands on my man and ask him to put his hands on your hips. So anyway, Melissa was like, she don't know who she dealing with. Melissa, I've been stalking him. Having a crush on him since I was 15. I was the one that was hiding behind dumpsters and trees to see what he was doing throughout the day, throughout 4th and 5th period. Oh, Lord. Can I move on, y'all? Sure I can. About Chelsea and Mikey, child. Okay, Mikey didn't get no boom boom. Chelsea sick. She got a headache, y'all. Honey, she looked like it. She looked real tired, okay? But Mikey said, it's all good. I didn't get no boo-boo. It's okay. Let me pump some coffee in her, fill her belly with food, and let's get the day started. Because, see, he has to go and meet up with his probation officer. And he wants to make sure that he can get his, pass together. Because, of course, he wants to be with Chelsea. That's where he wants his parole to be. So, same old thing. The PO says, okay, this is what you need to do. Fill out this paperwork. And in 45 days, if they approve it, they will transfer your parole. So they were like, yes, yes, Lord. So it's time to meet up with the sisters. They're having some breakfast. I like his sisters. I like his sisters. See, they talk like they got some sense. Okay? They ain't about all the drama. They was just like, we just hope that our brother is making the best possible decision for him. Okay? We hope that he stays out of prison. We hope that he stays clean. And we hope that Chelsea is the person for him. Very sweet girls. Okay? So they're sitting down. And of course, they talk about, Chelsea and Mikey's future. Mikey done gave Chelsea a promise ring. And so the sister was like, you're married? What, promise ring? Is that an engagement ring or a promise ring? So Mikey was like, no, this is a promise ring. And Chelsea said, listen, before anything goes down, he's going to have to ask my dad, for permission to marry me. And we all know that her father is not a fan of Mikey. So we'll see how that go. But for right now, it is a promise ring, not an engagement ring. And so far, Chelsea and Mikey are lovey-lovey, kissy-kissy, huggy-huggy. Okay? Nothing has went down between them. Yet. And that's it, y'all. Let's move on. Joy and Red. It's time to pick up Red, y'all. Joy done made it to the mama's house. And Mama Red, she likes Joy. Okay? She's excited to meet Joy. Alright? They hug, they talk, they've been in conversations, they talk all the time. They like each other. And Mama Red said that she's worried about her son when he gets out. Okay? He has been in there for 10 years. He went in there when he was 20. He's now 30. And she don't know what this boy is going to be like when he gets out. What type of things he have learned and did in prison. What habits have he picked up. So like any mother, she's concerned. And she wants Joy to know. You should be concerned too, because you don't know this guy like you think you do. Is he going to be ready for you when he gets out? Is he going to be ready to be a father when he gets out? See, this is all the things that you need to worry about. And child Joy, I don't think she knows what she doing. She done started crying. I was like, Joy, what you crying for? You've been waiting on this. Is it nervousness? Is it something? God, honey, she done started crying, snot flying, talking about she can't wait till he gets out. She's happy that he gets out, but she's a little bit nervous, child. I said, oh, Lord. And so then here comes the sister, Destiny. Destiny wants to have a conversation with Joy. And then we find out not only has Joy spent $40,000, or maybe this is included in that $40K, she done bought Red a car, the sister's car, $7,000, and you feeding your son hot dog. You done spent more money on a man that haven't even stepped out of prison. You done bought him a car. Can he even drive? He probably don't even have a license. But you gonna buy this man a car. So be it, child. So be it. So she done bought the car. And the sister is like, listen, okay, that's my brother and I'm just looking out for him. But we all know there's an issue here. Okay? You done cheated on my brother multiple times. And you had a child while cheating on my brother. You know, how is this going to work out? How you think he's going to react when he gets out? Is this out your system? You throwing your legs up in the air and waving them like you just don't care. Now see, I ain't saying that you are that thing. But I'm just making sure that that is out of you to protect my brother. And honey, Joy said, look, don't you even worry about it. Okay? I know what I did. Okay? But it ain't all me. It's on your brother too. And then Joy tries to blame the brother. She tries to blame Red. She was like, Red told me he was going to get released. But then come to find out he hadn't been getting released because he was out here fighting the stuff. See, he gave me false hope. So what I did was I cheated. Multiple times. With multiple people. And I just so happened got pregnant because I didn't use any type of protection. Well, wait a minute. I know it sound bad, but your brother, he got to take some responsibility too. I was lonely. Sister said, man, if you don't be quiet. So the sister said, what? That didn't make no sense. You can't be blaming that on my brother. It's what you did. And then Joy said, I ain't got to listen to this. Okay? You can talk to yourself. And so Joy bounced. Joy tipped out the car. She done got inside. She cried. The mama was like, what happened? What is going on? And so Destiny is like, well, she upset because I told her I'm looking after my brother. And she out here cheating. Okay? And she done had a child with somebody behind my brother's back. And so the mother is sitting there. Mama Red is like, oh, Lord. Mama Red said, my baby ain't even out of prison. They already up here acting foolish. And so Mama Red was like, you got a baby. How many? And so the sister said, 3. 3. Done cheated 3. 3 different men. 3. I'm looking at my brother. I'm looking after my brother. And Mama Red, see, this is why I love after lockup mothers. Some of them. More than others. See, Mama Red had it right. Mama Red looked at her daughter and said, this ain't got nothing to do with us. Bingo. Bingo. It ain't got nothing to do with us. That's between Red and Joy. Mind your business. That's for them to work out. And if it don't work out, oh well. It's not our business. She's absolutely right. Absolutely right. These are grown adults who need to figure this out on their own. Okay? Red gets out of prison and he sees that Joy ain't the one for him. He'll make that decision. We've seen it before. He don't have no ties to that boy. Even though Joy really wants him to call Red Daddy, moving too fast. See, sometimes family members, they make it, worse, because they do try to get involved and, make their case. And I'm doing it for my brother. I'm doing it for my sister. Let them be. They will find out what they need to find out in due time. How many times have we watched this show and it has happened? Child, Joy and Red. Let's move on. Karak and Britney, y'all. Karak and Britney, they finally made it to the correct probation office after a tiring drive, child. Fussing with each other. You're going too fast. Slow down. Quit fussing at me. I got this. Okay? Karak said, you're getting on my nerves. Britney said, you're getting on mine. They squabbling back and forth. Okay? One thing about it, though. Okay? Karak, honey, we ain't seen a bit of ash on him. His lips have not been chapped. Honey, Karak said, I'm going to be on camera. Ain't nobody going to be talking about me walking around here acting. Ain't nobody going to be saying a word about me. Okay? I'm going to be moisturized. Karak knows. So they finally make it in time. Everything's fine. He is on probation, or as they call it, papers, until 2060. Good God Almighty. I said, oh my God. I mean, it's like never ending. Once you are on papers, it's like never ending. You're oh my God, that would be so stressful for me. Okay, you step out of line one time, it is a chance that you will go back to prison. Oh. Anyway, but the probation officer said, listen, okay, if you keep your head down, get a job, keep your nose clean, you good, okay? You may get off papers a couple of years from now, but you have to behave. And so Karak said, bet. Okay, I ain't trying to go back to prison. That's behind me. Okay, I'm trying to be a gospel rapper. Listen here, Karak. I'm here for it. I'm here for Karak trying to be a gospel rapper. He got bars. Out of all of the Love After Lockup rappers we had, Karak has been by far the best one. Karak, you need to pursue that. Now, Karak and Britney goes and meet up. Well, let me get the name right, child. Let me go up and get the name right. Coffee. Now, in prison, I guess you have a family, a prison family. And Karak's prison mother's wife is Coffee. Coffee looks like she will cuss you out on sight while smiling about it. I wouldn't go toe-to-toe with Coffee. Hey, Coffee, hey. I wouldn't do it. She looks old school. She looks like her tongue can be lethal. And she looks like she don't play. Okay? Now, they meet up at a restaurant called Tap House. It looked good. Okay, is that Tap House down there in good old Richmond? I made note of it. So they meet up. Okay, and Coffee is a mentor to Karak, and she got a little doggy, all right? And so they're just talking, and Karak is telling her about how his family and, you know, Britney's family is not approving of, you know, their lifestyle. I guess I shouldn't say his family, his father. He talks about how his father, you know, despised, you know, homosexuals. And when Karak came out, at what did he tell him at 13? He threatened his son. Can you imagine being a father and threaten your child? A 13-year-old. I just can't. I just can't, you know, imagine. And then there's Britney's family. Britney's family is, as she say, very Christian, very conservative, and, you know, they're having a hard time with her, you know, relationship. And like Britney said, listen, they're from a different time. Okay, they're old school, they're set in their ways, and they don't quite, you know, understand what is happening right now. And we're just going to have to wait and see. And Britney is right. the older mentality of the older generation is not really wrapping their head around a female now wanting to be a male, a transgender male. They just cannot wrap their head around that, especially if they are conservative and Christian, as Britney, say they are. So it's going to take some time. And Karak is just talking about how, in the church, how they, have this opinion about homosexuals and transgenders. And, he was like, don't judge me for me, okay? Judge me. Don't judge me for this. All right. Judge me for the person I am. All right. This is all going to go away. And I was like, come on, Karak. Karak said, the Lord said. I absolutely loved that scene between Karak, Britney, and Coffee. I loved the conversation. I loved how Karak was very passionate about what he was trying to say. I wish Karak nothing but the best. I hope he does do the gospel album. I like this Karak. I don't like the aggressive Karak. And so Coffee, she was so funny. Coffee was like, listen, everybody wants to be gay now. This is the time to be gay. She said, they're coming out of the woodworks. I love that scene. And then Karak, they go to an ice cream place. And we know that Britney wants to have a child. Karak wants his tatas taken out. And Karak wants to have his surgery, his breast removed. He says that it is so uncomfortable for him. Okay, he don't feel like a true transgendered male with these breasts on his chest, and he wants them gone. But then there's Britney, who wants to have a child with Karak, and Karak knows this. Karak came out his own mouth and said, I made a huge mistake in agreeing to this, because he didn't understand fully what the process was for them to have a child. He has to get taken off of, he can't no longer take his hormones, and he has to hold back on his full transgender procedures just so they can have a child. And he said that he wasn't fully aware of what went into it. So now he's just really second guessing, and he says, oh, okay, this child needs to wait until I get what I need. Okay, he don't want to talk about kids no more, even though him and Britney has had a conversation. This is why you do your research. You do your research, but you weren't trying to do your research, Karak. So Britney says, now this is what I want. Okay, we're going to have the IVF. You're going to have your procedure. How much is this going to cost? Both are expensive. Okay? And so you can tell that Britney was a little depleted at that time. I felt bad for Britney, because this is something that she has wanted for a while, and Karak was aware of it. And like she says, why do I always have to take the back seat? I'm the one that always have to wait on what I want while everybody else get what they want. Absolutely. And this is what Britney wants. Britney has held you down, Karak. Okay? She has been there for you. You know what she wants. And for you to, I understand you want to become a whole male. Okay? I get that. And I know that's, the tatas are uncomfortable for you. But Britney has feelings as well. And Britney has expressed these feelings to you. It's not like she just dropped it off in thin air. It has been discussed. So, I don't know, guys. What do y'all think? All right? What do you think? Because Karak just shut it down. Karak said, I don't want to talk about kids anymore. I don't want to talk about it. He shut that shit down. And I don't think that was fair to Britney. Okay? So, we shall see. I think at this point, if Karak and her are not, meshing or thinking clearly about having a child, they don't need to have one right now. They have a lot to discuss. That's just me. What y'all think? Let's move on. Last and most definitely least, Britney! Did you think about it, girl? See, Britney done packed up all her stuff. She can't stand Andy. She loathed Andy. Okay, she can't stand the sight of him. She's throwing up in her mouth every 5 minutes for the thought of Andy. But she packed her bag. She left without saying goodbye. But guess who came back an hour later? Guess who came back? Britney. You came back, girl. What you think about in that hour? Where'd you go in that hour? Oh, that's right. You wanted to spend time with Gracie because you didn't know where Gracie's mind was at. Okay? You was trying to talk her down from the ledge, honey. Okay? You trying to be there for your daughter. And so Andy says, well, you left. You didn't say goodbye. You packed your bags. And she was like, well, I just was unsure. I was unsure of what Gracie was going to do. I just needed to talk to her. So what did y'all do? Just ride around for an hour? Is that what you did? But she says that the way Andy handled the situation, how Andy wanted to just leave her daughter, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. You're making it up as you go. And then she says that the way Andy handled the situation was childish. And he wasn't a man about it. Girl, since you stepped out of prison, you've been childish. And the way you've handled this situation hasn't been good. Why did you come back? Was it the producers? Did the producer says, you got a contract and you need to bring your butt back here? Or did you think to yourself, where else am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Where's your family, Britney? Where's your mother, father, aunties, siblings, cousins? Where is your people? Because you done spent a lot of time fussing about Andy. But where's your family? They couldn't put you up for a day or two? Because obviously you don't want to go to Rome with Andy. But for some reason you have no other choice. In fact, you are so upset about this, you're afraid to be alone because you may relapse. You can't stand this man, but you had no other choice but go back to him with your tail in between your legs. See, you got $500 cash. Okay? Why couldn't you go and get another hotel room and think about some things? Okay? You got $500. Make it work. But you came back to Andy. And so Andy was like, listen, okay, my priority is for you and for Gracie to be well, all right? We have been here all day, all night, and it's time to go home. Let's just go home. Let's just, talk about it later. So here is, Britney. Britney was like, oh, God, okay. So they get there. Poor Barry. Barry still got a smile on his face. Let me tell you something. Barry is a good kid. I don't know who done raised this youngin', whether it was the grandma or whomever. Barry is a great kid because let me tell you, I would have cussed out my father and I would have cussed out Britney and said, I'm gone. But he didn't. He was courteous. He was polite. He was well-mannered. Sweet kid. Great kid. Barry, kudos to you, young man. 17 years old, kudos to you. So they get home. Barry said, I'm tired. Y'all done had me out for 2 days. So he goes and lays down. Andy is showing Britney around. Brittany's rolling her eyes. Did y'all see the way Britney looked at Andy's stackable washer and dryer? I said not the look of disgust. Britney was like, what the? Is that a washer and dryer? How long you had that thing? So Andy was like, you know, what do you think? You know, does this suit you? Britney is still pouting. She's still whining. She got the Debbie Downer face. She hates being there. But she says that she feels uncomfortable, okay? She says that her and Andy had great conversation over the phone, over FaceTime, but now reality has hit. And she's with Andy, and things are just not good. Why is that, girl? Why is that? Did you think that Andy was something different? What was you thinking Andy was? Okay? Just say you're not attracted to Andy. Just say that you don't want to be with Andy. Move on. But you can't say that. Because again, where's your lifeline? Where's your lifeline? Where's you gonna go? You mean to tell me you don't have nobody else to call? You would rather be in misery than burn the road up and say this ain't gonna work out? There is no attraction there whatsoever. No chemistry whatsoever. She is looking at you, Andy, to your face and basically saying, ugh. And so Barry said, man, I ain't gonna stay here. Barry said, I'm going to my friend's house. And he even gives Britney a hug. Oh, this kid, man. These kids on this show, I just love them. I just really love these kids. I really do. These kids be put in the middle of mess. They just be thrown in the middle of mess, dragged from here to there, and he still gave Britney a hug. He gave his father a hug, and he says, I wish y'all the best. Good kid there. Andy, you got a good kid there. So here is Britney still saying that she's uncomfortable. She don't feel right in her body. I hope I don't relapse. And she wants to stay in the guest room. Let it go, y'all. Y'all, this is just, we just seeing this. They are literally not together in front of our face. Even though they are underneath the same roof, we are literally looking at two people who are not even together. It's so uncomfortable to watch because they're uncomfortable together. Let it go. Okay, move on. Move on, Britney. Move on. Andy, she don't want you. And if you don't see it by now, ain't nothing I can do about it. Okay? Then that is what it is. Alright, y'all, that's it. To my new subscribers, welcome to the family. And y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends,